Gome. Well, I pressed a little bit too soon on start, but it is fine. It is fine. I am still busy, so everyone enjoy enjoy me messing around a little bit. Oh no no. Oh, やばい。あ。いや、ちょっと待って。はい。うん。何？ Okay, hang on. Hang on. はい、hang on. ちょっと待って。あ。Okay. Okay. うん。So, by the way, Konnichiwa, 私の pups. Welcome, my pups. Good evening to everyone. As you see, I am still struggling. Hi. ちょっと待って。おい。おい。Still not done. ちょっと待って、みんな。おい。何？webcam. Webcam wasn't working. 何？何？おい。のー。はい。お。ああ。いいえ。No. 待って。I am messing around. 何？おい。の、ちょっと待って。何？Where? Nani? Oop. Guess I'll have to do it this way. Right. Oh, wait, it's gone. We're gone again. Yeah, ちょっと待って. This is not how it's supposed to be. Hang on. What? What's going on here? ありがとう for the like. Thank you. Hi, Ali. Hello. Hi. We hit 30 subs. That's good and bad at the same time. Where do I? やばい。How do I make this smaller? You should not have. 何？ちょっと待って。 Mate. Why is it not here? Why is it not here? So how to stream in 2021 just mess up a lot. なんだと。お。ああ何いいえ。おい。Ah, no. What is this? I, I cannot fathom. Wait. Is it? Oh, yo, found it. I sort of got it. Oh, wait, there we go. Aye. Yes. Okay, for next time I will like make a border again. Aye. Okay, so welcome. Okay, so as you can see, I hope at least I am not mistaken. YouTube told me I have 30 pups following us now. So, sugoi. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you everyone for the support. So that also, sort of sadly enough for me and happily enough for you guys, that means I'll have to do some more Dead Space. So since I have quite some time this weekend, I was thinking of doing it tomorrow already. I hope that fits a little bit for everyone. Somewhere I would say I'll do it next weekend, so just everyone has a lot more time to see the notification. But I'll just leave this up the entire stream. I will put this on the Final Fantasy gameplay as well, and I will mention it on Twitter as well. So then hopefully everyone will remember and notice. So let's get into Final Fantasy. Okay, so now all I need to do here is oh wait, it's so big again. Okay, but this is good. I'll put it here. Top right. Hi. Yes, sir. This should be fine, right? Maybe. ちょっと待って。How are you, Ellie? Are you still having a fun? No, やばい. Okay, I was afraid it would crash. Wait, this is not what I need. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nani? Are you having a good evening, Ellie? Okay. Why? My webcam's not. Okay, hi. There we go. Nani? Oi. Wait, it's a bit bigger. It's a bit bigger. Wait, it's too big. Today is good for you, sugoi. How about this? Ah, look, I made it prettier now. Wait, yeah, wait. That's it. There we go. Now I have a little bit of a border for the notification. Does it look cool? Oh, yummy. Yummy. Hi. I'm still fine. For now I am. Tomorrow morning I might not be. Okay, okay. So we have a little border now as well there. I hope everyone will notice it. If I see someone join chat, I will tell them. Okay. So this music can go away because we're finally in game. Let's actually get the stream going right now. So tomorrow morning probably for me, I will not decide an hour instantly. I would say 10 GMT plus 2. If I'm not mistaken, that's usually the time I have here, right? Right. So my 10 would be yours 4 in the afternoon if I'm not mistaken, Ellie. Something like that. After breakfast pretty much. I will probably do that space. There's no going back. We have 30 followers. So okay. Here we go. I drank some water. We're ready to go into the sad part. Sad part incoming. Spoiler alert. Big sad part. But we'll see. First we have a feast. Okay, here we go. Though recent events weigh heavily on our minds, we must needs set them aside from now. And that would make it like morning for you, Ellie, or like in the middle of the night for you as well. We are come to a defining moment in Eorzean history. The grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard, the first time in the 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbors to the north to fight in common cause. This may mark the true rebirth of the Eorzean alliance. Failing that, it should at the very least serve to bring our nations closer together. We have every reason to raise our voice in celebration, do we not? We have bested Dravanians and Asians both. Against desperate odds, we have fought and won. But the primals still plague us and the Empire still plots our subjugation. And our triumphs, remarkable though they are, we brought a terrible prize. Brave adventurers and allies broken on the steps of fate, and before our eyes in this very room, our dear friend Moonbrida. It is a victory you have wrought, and it is a bitter ashes in my mouth. I would sooner stay here and invite those with more appetite to enjoy the feast in my stead. Alas, it is a royal banquet and all of our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front that we might serve as a beacon of hope to all. It seems I have no choice but to take my own advice. I instructed the others to meet us in Ul'dah, that we might make our grand entrance together. Unfortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tataru and Lamin at note. If they do not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatsoever leftovers I can smuggle out of the fragrant chamber. Hi, I can stream whenever I want. I know. Somewhere I would see like to do it in the night. Cutscene still. Off to the big soiree, Zenko. Raise a glass for me, eh? Or not, you don't look best pleased, lad. Something on your mind? By the Navigator, Wilred's dead? God damn it, they must know they've been rumbled. I mean, I saw that this past time we had this talk. After our lost in conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from. I had a bigger dig around on the quiet like, and sure enough, I found it. Seems a fair bit of coins made its way into the Braves' coffers courtesy of a Dodo Consortium, a daft name for a business if I ever heard one, which is what first gave me an inkling that something weren't right. So I went through the ledgers again and found another half dozen donations from organizations with stupid bloody names. Didn't take too long to find a common thread, all were owned by the Mirage Trust. Well, I'll give the bastard credit. He showed us up for amateurs we are. Short of calling one of business a bloody bribery consortium. I don't know what more he could have done to mock our rules on financial contributions. The gods only know how many men of the first and third are taking Telegi's coin, but now we know as some of them are. I'd wager my right eye they're the ones who did for Wilfred. Earnest young fool had taken to asking the wrong kind of questions. Bound to attract attention he was. Should have seen it at the time, but I didn't. Gods damn me. Still, I don't see what Telegi hopes to accomplish. He hid his scheme with all the care of a drunk piston into the wind. So, he's clever than this, so we need to be clever too. That's the only way we'll repay this debt of blood. We'll purge every one of them traitorous bastards from our ranks. On that you have my word. I'd just appreciate it if you stop talking pirate language stuff. And Zenko, mind yourself when you're in Ulda, eh? We're heading into a storm, I can smell it. The kind where they'll sweep a man overboard and drag him under before he knows it. Before he knows it, not for it. I hate the pirate language. I can stream whenever I want. Hi, as I was saying, okay, so first of all, in the notification, I'm actually going to add the time plus minus 10 GMT plus 2. Ah, yeah, bye. Bye. Properties. Okay. I'm gonna delete a 2021 as well. There we go. Hi. Okay, different. There we go. So plus minus, I mean 10 GMT plus 2, because that's my 10 AM in the morning. I would say I do it in the night, Ellie, to make it like more scary for me. But I'm gonna wake up my shrine maiden if I have a jump scare. So I cannot. Okay, I cannot. I'm gonna wake them up with a jump scare big time. That's not necessary as well. Okay, so I will just do it when everyone here is awake in the shrine, so I don't bother anyone if I get a jump scare and scream my lungs out. Okay, is that fine by you? Cookie time, by the way. Yum yum yum. Okay. You know, they don't need to pay for me playing a horror game, okay? Oh wait, stop the music, by the way. Sorry. Okay, so it's definitely readable. Yeah, it's big enough. Everyone can see it. I'm just thinking, should I make it scroll faster? I don't know. Everyone can see it, right? It's big enough. It's on the middle of the screen pretty much. Okay, so this is going to be a long cutscene if I'm not mistaken, with a lot of stuff happening. So, let's sum it up real quickly. We know there's traders inside our ranks now. We definitely know for sure. We also, okay, I also at least know a Nulgat as well when he's coming here, but he doesn't want to see this. No, or she, actually, we don't know yet whether Nulgat's a boy or a girl. Doesn't matter anyway. He's a pup. That's what matters. So we also know that some sad stuff is going to happen here. You'll see soon enough. After this, this is one of the last quests from the patches after the main game. Introducing pretty much, or making its way to the first actual expansion. We do the first quest of the expansion, and then I'm gonna stop the stream because I'm not feeling right, Blenda. I'm kidding. After we do the first quest, we're going to make our Dark Knight. So we will stop the main story for a little bit. I'm gonna rush to the Dark Knight, and then I might have some fun on the Dark Knight first. Do some dungeons with it, see if tanking still suits me a little bit, because I'm always a little bit afraid of tanking. Because if you mess up as a tank, it's bad. If you mess up as a DPS, it's not a big deal at all. 9 out of 10, it's still doable. And if you mess up as a healer, it's also not so good, but it's forgivable. Let's put it like that. So, but let's continue now, shall we? We've already been going 20 minutes and I haven't done any stuff because I was messing around too much with the notification. But I'm gonna save it now in case I need another notification for some reason. Whenever, then I have it at my disposal. Here we go. We have been waiting for you, Zenko. The celebration is due to begin. Nani. Didn't you already mention me you're a girl and you have a sister and a doggo? Eh? Wait, didn't you tell me you're a girl? Weren't you? Didn't you? Well, yeah, you have a... Wait, just mate. Are you a boy or a girl? Wait, if you're a boy and your name would be Eli, I've been mispronouncing it the entire time. You would have mentioned something then, right? Right? Or is Ellie a boy name in some place of the world? That's also possible, of course. But I would say Ellie is more of a girl and then Eli might be for a guy. I don't know. Obviously, if you don't want to tell it, you don't have to. There are no obligations in here, except for just be friendly to one another. True, I've actually, yeah, you might be right. I've just been going out from your surname, Ellie here, or your first name that you'd be a girl. But yeah, I'm actually talking about it. So, how about it? You want to share it? You want to share it with the world, Ellie? I had hoped that we might make our introductions. The way I pronounce it is fine. Okay, so it's Ellie. Alright, it's a guy, together, but Mistress Momodi just sent word that you're needed at the quicksand. Oh, okay. So... Okay, so we're not instantly... Oh, hang on. We will go on ahead, Zenko. Pray join us once matters at the quicksands are resolved. Okay. Go on, I have to sniff my nose. Chat my day. My regards to Momodi and let her know that I will call upon her anon. If you want to share, feel free, Ellie. As I mentioned, I don't mind whatever you are. Boy, girl, man, woman. I don't matter for me. As long as you're a pup. You're a pup, and that's what you are. That's what matters to me. You support me, I make you smile. I hope at least that's the important stuff for me. Hi. Oh, hi. It's just fun for me to know, I suppose, to like know what audience I attract. Is it Sapphire? You're a guy? Ellie is a guy name. Okay. Alright, okay, well at least I know the name was correct. Okay, I'm going... Where am I going? I'm going wrong. Adventures. Wait. Is it literally adventures again? You don't mind. Okay, well, as long as I pronounce the name fine, then it's cool. The guy. Then it's cool. Like, I remember I talked to Tuna all the time as she was a guy, because I didn't know. Then one moment suddenly she was like, I'm a girl by the way. I'm like, whoops. And now I do the opposite. I thought you would be a girl and you're a guy. My bad. Gonna say. I'm sorry, Ellie. Okay. I appreciate you dropping in such a short noticing. I know you've got places to be, so I won't waste your time. Friends with a crystal brave by the name of Alien, aren't you? Former adventurer? Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure you recruited her yourself. Hi, I did. Well anyway, she came around for a meal not long ago, and before she left she asked me to give you a message. Said if the others ended up dragging you to the fest, I was to see you got it before you made your grand entrance. Meet me at the station west of the coffer and coffee. Something I must show you. A short message, I'll grant you. But she thought long and hard before picking those words, barely touched her food too. Under other circumstances, I'd have thought those signs of troubled hearts, but something tells me she ain't planning to confess her undying love. Nanny. Okay. And, go inside. For, Scrub the pup, I know. Oh, okay, wait, this might. Now I know why he didn't want me to call you Miss Ellie. Hi, makes sense now. My bad. I know that Scrub the pup is a girl, she mentioned. Tuna is a girl, she mentioned. Nolga, I don't know. I'm going out from a guy as well. I don't know. Obviously, I'm a guy, I'm a male fox. Hi. You can tell, I don't have boobies. No. I don't have. And if I have, then they're little, because I'm a little bit muscular, I hope. You know, as a deity, it comes as a useful package if you have a little bit of muscle to fight the demons and stuff. So, but I'm not bulky, not by all. You can see that I'm pretty slim. Hi. And none of those matter. Hi. As long as I can do what I need to do. And as you stand upon the platform, your thoughts begin to wander. And all too soon the ghosts of comrades lost and enemies slain begin to file by your mind's eye and solemn processing. Clearing your head, you can scan the horizon, but see no sign of Valiane. Straining your ears to listen, you hear the chatter of Kaikern, buzzing of Sifrits, but no approaching footfall. Seeking, you bow your head, only to notice the vial lying at your feet. Vial? Faint light. Vial? What's up with a vial? Zenko, is that you? What brings you out this way? Rentius. And he just happens to be here. We know there's traitors, so mind this guy. He actually already betrayed the guards of the Wood Whalers in Gridania. Lieutenant Alian? Why no, I haven't seen her about. Had she come this way, I guarantee we would have crossed paths. I must have passed this spot a dozen times. We're to patrol the city environs on account of the royal banquet. Captain's orders, you understand? Speaking of which, isn't it about to begin? You should be with the other honored guests, enjoying your well-deserved respite. Aye, pray return to Ulda, Zenko. If I chance to meet the lieutenant, I will tell her you were here. So I don't trust this guy. Honestly, I remember only one of the actual big bad guys, but yeah, I'm not trusting him definitely now. It's that look in his eyes. No. I only know of one actual big traitor because I still remember that. Well, actually two, but one of them is not in the Crystal Brace. I know that the plot will thicken a lot, but I actually don't know anymore.
Hallowed spirit of my line.
Who the small traitorous soldiers are. I don't know all of those anymore.
Through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall.
Spooky time.
Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
By the way, if you'd like prefer me to call you Tora, just say that, okay? I don't mind. I wanna I wanna address you guys with the right name. Guys, girls, all the same. Like if Tora is actually your first name, no problem. I will call you Tora. I thought it was Ellie. Come in. Okay, we're going back to her. Let's go. I'm so hyped for the Dark Knight. I'm not hyped for the story now. I know what's about to happen. It's terrible. It's a big mess. It's a cluster F. Cluster fail. A big cluster fail. What else would I say? What else? What other word would I use with an F? Except fail. You prefer... Wait, so you mean to tell me Tora was actually your first name? Yeah, bye. Wait, it's up to you. I'll let you think for a few minutes, and you can tell me which you prefer. You prefer Ellie now. My bad. I didn't know like whether Tora would stand for something. You know, like there's been games in which I call myself Heavenly Kitsune, for example, like Heavenly Fox, and in other words, that would mean you address me with Fox, because Heavenly is just telling me what type of fox I am. Hi. And then everybody kept calling me Heavenly or Heaven. I was like, Nani, Antoni? Like, come on. So I thought Tora stood for something, because I obviously don't know every language on this planet. So I thought your name was Ellie. I am sorry. Okay, my bad. We all know by now that I can be a bit of a baka deity, okay? Hi, I can be a little bit of a baka. So, Tora means tiger. Oh, sugoi though. Nice. Ooh, okay. Wait, Tora is Tora Japanese? Wait, or is Tora just tiger in your language? Oh, a hiccup. Gome. Gome. Okay, I reckon you head straight to the fest after meeting with Alian. What's the matter? No appetite? Well, no appetite. There was no Alian. So she wasn't there, but this was, eh? Let's see. Looks to me like an alchemist vial, but beyond that I can't say. Might be best if you hold on it for safekeeping. And he wrote, no use worrying about Alian. I'm sure she'll turn up before too long, and when she does, we'll soon find out what this was all in aid of. Besides, you've got more important things to think about. It's Japanese? Asugoi. Well, anyway, if your name is Tora and it means tiger, that's a cool name though. Give you that. Would you believe that? While you were away, another message arrived for you? Well, one did. One delivered by the Sultana's handmaiden. Seems Her Grace desires a private audience. Her handmaiden will meet you on the royal promenade and escort you to the Sultana chambers. So, what are you waiting for? Go on then, go! Okay. Everybody, grab a drink and grab your popcorn. I'm pretty sure we're close to the long cutscene. It will 9 out of 10 give me a warning as well.
You needn't trouble yourself so.
Your Grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor. If your Grace is ready, I shall summon the Warrior of Light.
So go ahead, tiger in Japanese? Nice. That's a cool first name though. Hi. Tiger. Nice, nice. Wait, no warning? We should get a warning. Well, first we go to the Sultan. I still need to walk probably to that room. Hi. Normally we get a warning because it's a really long cutscene. It might take about 5 or 6 or longer minutes. And all voice acted, so really something to look forward to though. Normally it comes with a warning, so it shouldn't be right now. So yeah, Ellie, Tora, think of it, and if you want me to call you Tora, all fine. It's a cool name anyway. Hi, hi, hi.
Everyone looks to be in high spirits.
Don't shoot me if I still call you Ellie by accident, okay?
With good cause.
So Nulget was actually
Common
right.
victory may serve to unite even the most unlikely of allies.
Because Nulget called you Tora, and I was like,
You
it's Ellie.
brought us
Baka.
one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Okay, let's see now. Let's enjoy this as far as we can
Your
enjoy.
modesty knows no bounds, antecedent. Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emmerich would never have become such a steadfast ally.
Cool. So after 100 times calling her antecedent, I now
When he
hear it's
convinces his
antecedent.
countrymen to
Alright,
rejoin
Sugoi.
the alliance, we shall all reap the benefits, military and economic.
Ellie it is then.
I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity. Territorial disputes are all that divide us now.
Seems like it's the day of me
But
learning what I
faith
have
that
to
we will
pronounce
find
how.
an amicable solution in time. And failing that, I'll have my trusty Warrior of Light box the ears of all concerned. Speaking of whom...
He will be joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required his attention, but it did not sound serious.
Not at all. Just about traders and everything. Not important at all. Anthony. Okay, alright, so it wasn't. I was about to say. Now we're going. Now we're going. Now we're going. This is it. Nulga, if by some reason my divine voice might reach you, don't come in the stream for the next upcoming 10 minutes because it's about to go bad. Join in about 15. You should be fine then, I guess. Nulget doesn't want to see this. Nulget does not want to see this. Ellie, you will have to stay with me now, okay? I was about to say Tora there. Honestly, I was about to say Tora. And then my brain went like, no, he prefers Ellie. Okay, Ellie. Here we go. This should probably probe the warning. So, if you need a drink, let me know in chat now. If you need popcorn, let me know in chat now. And just get your lazy ass up and go get it, because I'm definitely not, but I do not mind waiting a minute. But I'm definitely not going to get it for you. You have to do that yourself. Thank you for coming, sir. Her Grace is most eager to speak with you. If you require a moment to compose yourself before your audience, you may have it. Or if you are ready, it would be my honor to escort you to Her Grace's chamber forthwith. There we go. Upon proceeding to the Sultana's bedchamber, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. So I'm gonna wait and go to the little soldier's room, as Garen calls it. So be right back. I am back. Okay, are we ready? Hi, we are. Let me first install myself decently in my chair. Okay, almost ready. Hi, okay. Okay. Oh, someone joined. Nalga, if you just joined, go away. Nalga, if it's you, go away. Come back in 10 minutes. Nalga, warning, we're going into the depressing part. If it's you, go away. I might be the first streamer here to say someone to go away from their stream. If it's not you, by all means, just get ready to shed some tears, get your tissue, get your popcorn, get your drinks, because this is going to take a while. And we're going in, here we go. Thank you for the like, arigato. Cutscenes, here we go. Okay, normally they're also all voiced, so I don't have to do a lot. Knock knock.
Enter.
Oh. So serious though.
Your Grace, your guest has arrived.
It's me! Mario! No. No. It's me, Zenko.
Pray, come in and take your ease.
Arigato. Cookies. Time.
"'Tis well that the steps of faith held against the horde."
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Hi. When will they actually know? You barely helped them.
Such noble words after the fact.
Indeed. Good said, Alpana. Well said. But maybe now they'll work together.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of her grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any. Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands.
Ha! Joke's on you, there's nothing depressing coming. Haha! It's good news.
'Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
Very well.
Is aught amiss?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
Ida, I'm over here! What's going on here?
You wished a word, Yu Hase?
You may go.
Your Grace.
Look, at least she has like a Moogle pet. Moogle stuffed animal. How cute though.
You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience.
A little bit.
The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion. I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy. You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence. But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate. 'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few. Yet, that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations.
Uh-oh.
And even Roban, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand.
Of course, why not though?
You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me? I am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express. Much of my dread for the coming days has been quieted.
Uh-oh. He felt it. Raban felt it. Something's wrong. What's in the cup? What was in the cup? No, 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 no. Yo, get up. Zenko, Nani, just sitting there. Now he moves. You've been poisoned.
Your Grace!
Ah, this guy.
Her Grace, the Sultana, is dead. Poison in her wine?
Oh.
You did this!
Well, obviously not. The hell would I?
Spare us your denials. I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance.
And this wine was delivered not by me, though.
I hereby accuse
Baka.
you of regicide. Men, arrest this viper.
Oi, 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 Zenko, don't go down without a fight now. Brass blades are no match for the hero and warrior of light. Come on, give me a break here. Come on, man. What the? That were me. I'd be fighting those brass blades. Uh-oh. It's not over.
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
Oi, there we go. Oh boy. Psych, I wasn't kidding. Depressing stuff incoming. Betrayal, betrayal, and more betrayal. Yeah, bye.
And what do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
Well, Alphanaud is not such a fighter, though. Only later on he starts to fight, not yet. They still know of nothing, and meanwhile everything's going down big time.
What is the meaning of this?
I like to know.
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
Notice how he doesn't mention the dead Sultana just yet.
Attack.
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away.
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor.
Did you see the look of Emmerich? He knows. He knows stuff is wrong. He knows. They won't know. They big time know, but there's nothing they can do about it. They have to do this. Otherwise they'll be in trouble in their homeland. Ah, this guy. What about me? What Zenko? Tancred, you playboy. Oh, pretty earrings though.
Whatever is going on in there?
Oh no.
Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
Tancred ain't going down without a fight.
Tancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
Uh-huh.
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts.
Nani? Forbidden arts? What are those?
You'd best come along with us.
You best cheat away those swords, boys.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals.
Get him, Tancred. Go get him, boy.
Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
Alright, 5-on-1. I like these odds. Tancred can get those.
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us, now.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. As you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant. I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthis. I do begin to see how the ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity. Bring in the prisoner!
Yay, that's going to be me. Why didn't I fight back? Come on. I can beat a primal. What are a few guards going to do against me?
This man stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul Namo and his suspected accessories to the crime. All members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
This is madness!
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
The biggest traitor of them all.
Should you demand further proof, a vial with traces of the substance used to poison Her Grace was found upon the assassin's person.
How very convenient.
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded Her Grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
How dare you! After all we have done for Uldar!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield.
Dark gifts, blah blah, no dark gifts.
Oh yes, I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will. And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend. I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces. Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands. Now that is truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
She cannot be dead. Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
She who gave the wine! She gave the wine! Ah!
This cannot be. Nanamo. Nanamo. No!
Oh.
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Uldar. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you.
That's Smirkdal.
It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
Yeah, okay, well that's not suspicious at all, calling her a burden.
I'll bet you will. You more than any man.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say Her Grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
Rabon gonna lose it though.
You would mock her, then mock her from hell!
What?
Vai, Adelegi. Good riddance, though. Told you Raban would lose it. Pissed.
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow syndicate members. You're one of them. You've been in league with the Scions all along.
You're next, you scheming bastard!
What the? Rabon's arm!
Oh, Rabon!
7 hells!
Admiral, we must leave.
Traitor. Jävlar då. This is going downwards. Big time. Robon lost his arm though.
How unlike you, old friend. I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
Take the Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide. And arrest this traitor as well.
How about you get up and start fighting? Warrior of Light? Did you get overmastered by some normal guards?
I hope you choke on their coin.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have. You are not the man you once were, Raban.
Arigato for the like.
Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile. She took the mad bull and cut off his balls, and a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter. Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana?
Oh, here we go.
It was me.
You die!
Woo! Come on, Robon, get him! What the? Robon's too angry though. He can't control his moves. You're angry, you can't control yourself while fighting decently. Come on man, wake up, don't give up though. Finally! Okay, now get up and fight, Zenko! Ksa.
I never doubted you, not for a moment. But there is more to this than I yet understand. Flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Ah, there you are.
Tancred.
Thancred, where have you been?
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers. When I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation. 'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
You kidding me?
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
The careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
You stole that as the bride of it.
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Hi! Go ahead, Ida.
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share poor Nanamo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Where indeed, we may safely assume that our foe is thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'dah. Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papa Shan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Nanamo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel. It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
Oh boy.
The rest of you go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
Get him, Ida.
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
And Papalymo. They're not splitting up those two.
Crystal Braves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Ida! Papalymo!
Look, Ellie, flashy spell, fire magic.
We will hold our pursuers here. Hurry, now! Find this tunnel of Thancreds.
Minfilia, run though! Come on, hurry up!
Minfilia, we cannot linger.
Oh boy, they're quite many though. With this, Dolorito. Dolorito working together with the Sultana's mate. Okay. Uh-oh.
Now look what you've done.
That was her favorite mosque. Punch.
Ida, are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day. How about you?
Nearing the end of my tether.
This is so stupid. We're the scions of the Seventh Dawn. The ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papalymo.
Aww.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last.
They're not giving up. Here we go. What? Ida going Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan Blue?
Let them have it, Ida!
Uh-oh.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Woohoo! Flashy! Good job, Ida and Papolimo. No, that's flashy. Hi! White screen. So flashy. And what of the others? Okay, they're still looking for the way.
I never knew such a watercourse existed beneath Uldar.
The architecture is of the Sildine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
This way!
Uh-oh.
Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
You two, go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
What do you mean to do?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
Ever the playboy.
My friends.
Leave us!
Ishtola, Tancred, don't you go die on me now. You survive, you two. Don't you dare.
What is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads. Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
You wound me. I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now, may I have the last dance?
Cool. Ishtola got serious there. And I already told you guys, Tancred's underestimated in the beginning.
Well, this is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
"'Tis done. Forgive me, Mitra.
Farewell, Nymphelia.
Well, we don't officially see what happened to them.
Heidelin, she speaks to me. No.
Uh-oh.
I must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me.
What?
Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit. You must escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness.
No, 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 come on.
'Tis the only way.
Not a single soul joins me? Gosh, what? Ooh, told you'd gonna go get the present. Oi! Two incoming. Alphina.
I am glad to see you safe, my friend. What of the others? Damn that man! Taleji played me for a fool! I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later. For now, we must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
Yes, Mr. Question Mark name. Hi, good idea. Oh, him again. Same traveler from in the beginning of the game.
Well, would you look who it is? Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway.
Thank you for joining, Ali. Good night over there. So remember, tomorrow, 10 GMT +2. That's pizza. I'll make the announcement on the YouTube channel after the stream, so I'll put it up so everyone can see the countdown. If I don't forget, but I will try to remember. See you then, hopefully. Come on, Mikdal, get on there, we need to go.
I was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favour. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Ul'dah, and likely needed a helping hand getting away. Thinking them ruins would make a fine hiding place, I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were! Aye, and judging by them soldiers as were pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon.
No, you did not. Arigato. Thank you.
Ha! Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
I had thought to look out for Alize, but would appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
And who might you be, young sir?
Good question. Who is this guy?
Pippin Taropin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames. I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Uldar. Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alfino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified. The blame plainly lies with the Monetarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity...
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Aldin's lad?
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. 'Twas only as we were leaving Uldar that I learned of father's fate. Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
It's Rabon's son. Oh.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
I dreamed of bringing about Eorzea's salvation, but in the end, 'twas I who needed saving.
Them soldiers keep searching for a while yet. Reckon we'll take the carriage back towards Solda and get the lay of the land. Maybe provide a distraction if need be. You three wait here. I'll be along shortly. Stay strong, friends. The real fight's to come. Alright, let's go. The most unassuming Falcon proved to be our greatest allies. That fellow was but a passing merchant, yet he lent us aid without a moment's hesitation, or any hint of concern for his own safety. Though I can well imagine how a man could feel inspired to risk all in your presence. Father spoke often of you, Zenko. Long have I looked forward to our first meeting. Needless to say, this is not at all how I envisioned it. Master Alphinaud, you must not give in to despair. That would only play into our enemy's hands. So long as you and Zenko are free, we must still set things right. Forgive me, Marshal Taropin, but Alphinaud, my boy, sorry to keep you waiting. Oh, it's Sid. Sid, what are you doing here? Pulling you out of the fire, as usual. Your merchant friend told me everything. Truly, then he's no merchant but an angel in peddler's clothing. But tell us, how do you intend to bear our friends to safety? I hid the Enterprise but a short distance away. All I need is a destination. We must find a place beyond the reach of both the Monetarists and the Crystal Braves. Cortes, Ishgard will not suffer the intrusion of foreign forces in their territory. That settles it. With me, everyone. Hey, to Cortes we go. Not I fear. I must remain here. I dare not abandon Ulda to the Monetarists and their cronies. You may be certain that they will seek to defame you, both here and in the outer city-states. But know that I shall do my utmost to thwart their every effort. Frankly, I did not expect it to be much of a challenge. The small folk will not turn so easily on the Warrior of Light and his allies, no matter what the Monetarists claim. Marshal Taropin, I don't know what to say. Now that Father would labor to believe. But enough talk. You must go, Master Alphinaud. Your airship awaits. Yeah, Alphinaud always has something to say. Up, there's no rest for the righteous. Let's go. Up and away. Thank you, Sid, buddy. Hi. Arigato. We should make for Camp Dragonhead and speak with Lord Horshfont. Mayhap he will know what to do. Well, that was a mess. Okay. Cutscenes are over. Welcome back, everyone. Wake up! Master Alfino told me your tale's angle. It warms my heart that you should turn to me before all others, and I shall endeavor to deserve your trust. Alas, the situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. It would be best if I explained in full. Before the dawn.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault, and 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The Temple Knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The Falling Snows, or some such.
Falling Snows. I like that one.
All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Fortom. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor.
Aye.
Agents of Ul'dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence.
すごいだ、Horshfont. ありがとう. Thank you. Alfino ain't good though.
You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside? Upon proceeding to the intercity, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside. Alright, here we go again! Cutscene time! Even more! Okay, I don't mind. Let's go, let's do this. My cookies are all done though, but I don't mind. Tataru is safe. Oh, I need to talk. Okay. Alphina, Zenko, is it really you? Aww. I'm so happy that you are... Sniffs up. I tried contacting Minfilia and the others, but no one would respond. And the Crystal Brace, our own people, turned on us in the marketplace. Lahamina told me to run, and so did I. I ran and ran until my lungs burned and my feet ached. But I lost my way. And then... Fortunately, I had observed some of the Brace behaving suspiciously beforehand. Yugiri! Yugiri! Whoa, without the mask! Yes, my mask. It was lost in the struggle. She pretty! Pretty, isn't she? Hi! You're right! Anyway, after Yugiri found me, we traveled to Vesper Bay and met up with Urianger. When we told him what happened, he used his magics to wave a glamour around the Waking Sands. From the outside, our old headquarters now looks like an abandoned storehouse. The transformation didn't take long either. Apparently Urianger started making preparations after the Imperial attack, just in case the Empire ever chose to pay us another visit. Good thinking, huh? Sorry, where was I? Oh yes, so we waited there at the Waking Sands, hoping others would come, but no one else did. My people are searching for the other signs even as we speak, but we have met with no success as yet. I had hoped that you might be able to suggest further places to look. But you shouldn't know, the Rising Stones did not share the Waking Sands' good fortune. Only Crystal Braves await you there. Be that as it may, we yet have cause to hope, do we not? If the two of you escaped, it is not impossible that the others could have done as well. You may have been forsaken by men and women, believe true, but rest assured that the people of Doma yet stand with you. We welcome this opportunity to repay our debts and shall continue our efforts to locate the others and see the Scions restored to their rightful place of honor. Ah, arigato. Thank you, Yugiri. Yugiri is a good soul.
'Tis all my doing. I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes. And look what that arrogance has wrought. I gave commands, influenced governments with my certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves and even the Scions themselves as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh yes, I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos. It was all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alphino.
So, Master Alphino, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alphino, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, As long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
Aww.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon. 'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians.
Hi, look at me.
The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
Nani, this music, where is this? Ishgard or something? Oh, no, okay. Hi. Okay, skip this for the next cutscene. Credits. Oh. Ah, here, Lorita.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
Honey. Bon, I guess. Alright. Still alive. Lost an arm, but still alive. Guy's a beast. But he's not giving up. Ah, here we go. Ascian. Nabrielas is no more. The order was not his to invoke, his demise was of his own making. Nevertheless, it concerns me. They have extinguished that which should rightfully be eternal. Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste may be warranted. We are of one mind. The northern lands, then. The earth is fertile and the seeds well sown. By my will they shall reap salvation, unlike any the world has known. Fucker. By his will. By his. Oriange? Nani? I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and make thine intent known. I would speak of fate, Archon. Yours, mine, the fate of this very star. What the? What's going on here? What is all of this? Nani? Bart. How are we to gain entrance? The annoying little dragon is here again.
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond. Delusion, despair, death. Thou shalt find naught else here.
Me. We're not listening to him. No, we're not. To preserve the dawn's light, the heroes journeyed north. Their hearts filled with hope and eyes fixed heavenward. Here we go. A new chapter of new game has been added. Strangers in Strange Land. We can actually now continue our job quests again as well. Joy. And this is coming to Ishgard. We've officially done it. We are now playing Heavensward. Hi, Mina. We're officially here. If I finish this quest, I can start our Dark Knight adventure and do that.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything. You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Uldar and set things right.
Hey, do not be so hasty, Master Elfino.
Lord Orchefon.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmond has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortam. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper.
Ah, so good.
Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man, and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
To Ishgard, then. Together.
Hi, let's go. Dark Knight time.
There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Here, here!
That's Aru being hyped. Here. Boink, boink, boink. I must go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. Sentries at the Gate of Judgment have been informed of our decision. You need but state your names and they will allow you to pass. Manservant shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then. Okay, let's go. Where the door? The door. Where the door at? Door, let me out. Let me out! Let me out of here! Let me out of here! Okay. Let's go. There. Words of house for Tom. Oh yes, you may pass. Whee! We go.
And so they came, at a friend's behest.
The other two struggling, me casually. Ah, snow, wind.
Heroes
I don't
once
feel.
celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came. To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Helone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and his companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
Haha. Heaven's Ward! Mina! We made it, everyone. Everyone, we're here. Okay, I'll finish this first one, of course. And then we are also going to attune. Greetings, Master Sakura. On behalf of House 4 Towns, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord humbly requests your presence at his residence in the Pillars. If you all would come with me. Okay. Sure, that's gonna take a bit. I'm going to explore first. Normally I first have to finish this one anyway, before we can become a Dark Knight. Like, they want to be. I can't even see where the quest would as well. Okay, I'm going to unlock all of them first, okay? Oh, this is nice music here, actually. Or it was, at least. But we're not going for a machinist instantly, okay? That's not what we're here for. No, 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 no. Genius, not yet. Eventually, sure. Eventually, maybe. Like, all the way at the end, I want to like, probably see and try if I can make, like, every class anyway. But, like, for now, I'm going to focus more a bit, as I mentioned, on the ones that I want to play the most. I like the most. And I've already said that I'm probably going to make a white mage real soon, and level that one as well. So I've already added an extra class, and I might start with a pugilist as well, one of these. So yeah, we're already adding classes here. Okay, so we'll see, eh? We'll see. Is the kid throwing snowballs at me? Okay. I'm going to have to remember where to go in here. Can't really tell. Oh, that guy has the book. Organum Animus. That's an awesome book. Look at the effect. That's what I'd like to have. The fairy effect, but that's a super hard one to get, I think. What's your sign? A dark spectacle. Okay, there it actually is. We might be able to already do it. Yeah, it's probably that one. It's probably a dark spectacle. So we're going to do it anyway. Hi, hi, hi. Any more? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 to go. After witnessing a spectacle like that every day, life seems rather dull in comparison. So you didn't see the trial earlier? Ah, your loss. Fury take me, the way that heretic swung that slab of iron he called a sword was a sight to behold. He couldn't have carried a shield if he'd wanted to. The blade was so big. I had to keep 2 hands on it all the times. I was amazed that he managed to keep up with a temple knight for as long as he did. Felt like a demon from the deepest pits of the 7th hell, bellowing threats and working his arts. I wasn't sure what to make of it at first sight, but then I heard someone say that he must be a dark knight. But you didn't hear that from me, eh? In fact, I'm sure I don't know anything about it. Ye gods, are you mad? We're standing outside a bloody tribunal. Fine, fine, but keep quiet and listen well, because I'm only going to say this once. Eh? Ah, okay. Dark Knight Soul. And standard Dark Knight armor. Okay, cool. So, as I was saying, that heretic was fighting like a man possessed. Even after he took several wounds, he showed no sign of pain. Though there was no mistaking the blood. As the fight wore on, it began to soak through his armor, spreading to every ilm of his body. But when it began to rise and envelop him as a mist, I realized it wasn't blood, but something dark and twisted. By the right resort, not so easily cowed, alone be praised. I screamed myself hoarse when the Temple Knight slipped past his guard and ran him through. Good riddance, I say. Man was not meant to wield such arts. Yet I wonder, was he truly one of those... Well, it matters not. I heard the Temple Knights talking of dumping his corpse in the broom. By sunrise it will be stripped bare and tossed over the walls. It will be as though he never was, and though we never had this conversation. Okay, now that's back over there. So first I'm just going to unlock this, unlock this, unlock this, and then we continue the first little... Oh, yeah, it's over there. The first little main story part here, and we're going to do our anti, and we're going to unlock our Dark Knight. I might do some dungeons after that, just for fun and... Hi. Get you. Okay, that one over there. Don't have to run up all the way again, but it's fine. Retainer. Yeah, I still need to unlock my retainer, eh? Go. Right. Now all we need is over there. I can get up there, I think. So like, I got to 51, I'm almost 52, so I can get hack image in it. Alright, that's already going to be fun. My armor crush eventually. Oh wait, hang on. Forgot to do it first. Alright, so we got all of them. Attuned to all of them. Hi. Okay, I want to do this one first. The warrior of light and his brave companions, walking the streets of Ishgard at last. What a glorious sight. Hi, I cannot tell you how long I've waited for this day. Allow me to present to you my family home, Fortham's Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone is gathered to receive you. Come, my friends, introductions must be made. Okay.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
I hope your journey was not too taxing. I, Count Edmond de Fortham, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortham, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Fortham.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Reputation? Which, I mean, none anymore?
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders. Yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies, don't you think? Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
Though our friends in House Fortham have been generous enough to extend us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It is only proper that we learn about our new home, so that we might become more self-sufficient. I'll take a while to learn the lay of the lands, but learn it we must. Then there's the market and tavern. Need to know where to shop and where to hear small talk. It would seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your counsel, my lord. My companions and I shall, of course, do as you suggest. Very good, then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. Ah, but I grow forgetful in my dotage. There's something I must give you ere we part. Their documentation is in order, I trust? Yes, my lord. Getting a passport now. Pretty sure. At least something in that matter. They're big. They're huge. They're so tall. Oh, finally, it's not invisible anymore. Those documents identify you as wards of House Fortams. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Fortams. But let us hope it shall not come to that. Rest assured that we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Aye. Zenko, Tataru. City awaits. Let's go! City tour! But not for me. We're going to teleport to the place for the Dark Knight quest. Aye. That we shall. Alright, so. Our end. Oh, it's close now. There they are. It's more than far enough for charity. They'll take care of the rest. And mayhap sooner rather than later. Come on. My buddy, you okay? Dark Knight crystal. Uh-oh. Honey. Is this it? Is this all that awaits? No. No more. Enough! Open your eyes. Look, do you see now? Do you see? Zenko. Zenko! Eh? Oh, hi. I've been waiting for you to open your eyes. You alright? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Name's Frey, by the way, and no, I'm not a heretic. Try convening a temple night drunk on authority of that day. Shame the pompous arse got the better of me. But how about you? You've touched it, yes? That couldn't have felt good. A voice, eh? And a rather distressed one besides. Please, someone! Anyone! Not so fast. We need to talk about what's happening to you. What's growing within you before you get carried away. There's a darkness within us all. Nothing dangerous, mind. In fact, it's quite healthy. But the crystal changes you, gives you the power to channel it. Do it without proper training, however, and, well, it might hurt. So go ahead, ask me to teach you. Ask me to instruct you in the ways of the Dark Knights, and I will. Okay. I know you're still worried about that screaming woman, so I'll keep this brief. We Dark Knights don't care one bit for prestige or pedigree. We are free to follow our hearts, to defend the weak and punish the guilty as we see fit. Law of the land, the authority of a name, these are tools, cowards use to escape harm. We have no need of shields, figurative or literal. Here, my blade is your blade, my soul crystal your crystal. Go on, take them, you'll need them soon enough. Complete. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's actually also take a quick look again to my picture. See what skills I put where. What's this? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, Not here. Oh no, come on, I found it. I had it. I never. Okay, so I need to equip this stuff now. Equip. Mended gear. Equip. Here's it. Plus. Start night. Blood cage unlocked. Alright. Okay. User macros. I want my wolf. Okay. Also, UHD. Blood cage cars. Here. Safer. But we're going to probably put it like 80%. Okay, it should be fine. Now for the skills location. Okay, let's see. Also going to have like relearn them a bit because we obviously can't remember. That's actions all. General limit break. Normally I don't actually use this too much, but you still want, right? Flow 6. This range spot. It's on 8. Siphoning strike. The number 2 that can stay. Goes on 5. Crit. Goes here. Soul Eater. Goes here. Also, don't we have like extra skills? Roll skills? Or those come eventually? Okay. For now, this is it. Okay, for now, this is it. So let's see, we have our AoE now. Woo! Hoo, hoo, hoo. Also, turn this on all the time. Ah, nice. That skill looks cool though. Alright, what's all of this? Deliver potency. Deliver an attack with potency. And combo attack. Restore own HP. Nice. Okay, what's this? Reduce damage taken by 20% duration 20 seconds 90. Deals expectable increased potency, increased immunity. Reduce damage dealt by nearby enemies by 10%. And that's literally perfect. Okay. Ray is ready to teach me. Well, well, don't you look the part. Ready to harness the darkness within to set the wrong things right. Now bear in mind that while the darkness gives you strength, that strength comes at a cost. This is but one sacrifice though, and just as demands many. Say a man, a vulnerable, untouchable man, harms a child in unspeakable ways. He strides through the hopelands, secure in the knowledge that he is beyond punishment. But for one who cuts down that vile beast as he flaunts his freedom, who knows how many others will suffer. Such was the dilemma faced by a goodly knight long ago. He knew that he would be stripped of his titles and denounced for the deed. The threshold we refuse to cross is a line we draw for ourselves. We fear the consequences and people suffer for our indecision. Everyone who held that crystal came to conquer the fear and became who they wanted to be. That night was the first. Will you be the next? Think on that while we look into the commotion down below. Okay, let's go. There's free. Please, I don't know what to do. It's my granddaughter. I didn't see him standing there, and I know that's not excuse. I should have been more careful. But my granddaughter, she started yelling at the temple knight, and I tried to stop her, I did. But then he said she had to come with him, and if I could just tell him how sorry I am, maybe he would. He'd take you too, is what he'd do. Even if you went and begged the blue bosser to intervene, it'd be too late by then. Ain't the first time they've taken a girl her age. If she doesn't fight back, they might let her go after. Oh no, there has to be another way. Punish guard the injustice. They might spare the girl, you know, leave her with a few scars and a lifelong lesson. Or we could beat every last one of them within an elm of their lives and rescue the girl. You'd like that, wouldn't you? I knew you would. Everything is going to be alright, madam. When I'm through with those knights, they will not dare trouble you ever again. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Arigato. Let's go. Assuming they didn't just drag her into an alley, they have taken her to either the congregation or the tribunal. The Honorable Sir Emmerich wouldn't suffer such reprehensible behavior under the Inquisition, on the other hand. Well, so that leaves the tribunal. The girl's still alive. I imagine they'll make a manner of threats. Come any closer and she dies and so forth. If so, we'll need to make something perfectly clear to them. We're not here for her, we're here for you. Once they understand she means nothing to us, they'll attack us or flee. I don't know anything about you, but I'm eager to find out which. Okay. We've learned all Dark Knight action and details. Access in there. Oh yeah, true, I can only go there. So I need to go to Athenaeum Astrological thingy. Athenaeum Astrologicum. Greetings and welcome to the Athenaeum Astrologicum. Perhaps you were drawn by fate to this place or learn. Oh no, chat, mate. I'm going to the wrong. Come on, yeah, let me go. 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 I don't want to talk to you. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. It's the wrong one. I'm at the wrong place. I'm at the wrong place. You're a little late. Hey, Nugget. You're a bit late indeed. But hey, it's cool because you missed the part you didn't want to see anyway. And you're right on time for our first Dark Knight quest. So actually it's perfect timing for you. Hi. I'm pretty sure there's actually no one active in chat here but you now, so. But hey, it's still nice you say hey everyone to everyone who would be watching in the future maybe. Just the one sword between the two of us, I'm afraid. You keep it, I dare say it fits rather snugly in your hands. But don't worry about me, I'll do my part to keep you on your feet. Now, should things turn violent, as I expect they shall, you may need to tap into your darkness to survive. It's not unlike drawing upon your own ether to weave magic. Fear, pain, rage, that which lies in the deepest depths of our soul makes for a potent fuel. But be warned, burn too much too quickly and you risk being consumed. Do not worry, Zenko, the first step over the threshold is always the hardest. Ah yes, I should have known you'd do that. Right then, let's find the girl. Also, as you might see on top of the screen, notification is up again. We apparently hit 30 subscribers, so tomorrow morning for me at 10 AM GMT +2 I will do Dead Space again. Let's see if I can get another 4 chapters. We hit 30 pups, so, you know, a promise is a promise. Here we go. Damn it, girl, you're only making it worse for yourself. The hell's with you? I've done nothing wrong. Why are the pretty ones always so daft? If I had a guild for every time I had to kill an unreprehended bastard like you. What the? Are you threatening a temple knight? Oh, you're very clever. Yes, I am. Now let her go. Aye, enough of this. With me, girl. Now, one more word or progress and I'll toss your grandmother in a cell to rot. You three, seize this imbecile. Dead Space, huh? Tomorrow, Dead Space. Dead Space tomorrow. Take us up. Kick their asses, I will. You notice something? I already have the Unity on and I'm playing solo. I know how to do this. I know that skill is important. Bring everyone! He's gone mad! Reinforcements, eh? Look like we'll have to even the odds. Eh? Search your fall for darkness. We need but a sliver. Yes. Hey. Flames backhand. What's this? Hooey! Eh. Ah! Itai! That was an accident! That third one was an accident! I didn't mean to. But hey, I'll deal damage now. Damage it is! As long as I have 3 stacks, I don't think I need a 4, right? Ah, itai! Wait, oh, I have to go up the stairs. Sorry, I thought I had to collect all of them. I was like already thinking, nah, that's not true. I don't have to collect all of them. What's up with that? Okay, there we go. Now I know where to go. Oh, Surgeon. Hello. No, you're not healing. No. You're not healing anyone, boy. You'll take a great sword to the face. That's what you're gonna do. There we go. No healing. No. Die! Where to go? Oh? Here then. Here. Oi, you! Come here! Oh, Surgeon again. Ika. Oh, I missed the first combo skill, okay. Oh, I missed. Okay, I'll literally just miss. Alright, okay. Can I stop missing now, please? Can't continue my combo if I miss everything all the time. Anyway. Might want to pick this up, eh? I know there's a healer, but I just want to get this guy here maybe first. Work, right? Almost 7. There we go. Now I'll go for you. I will probably already plan the stream after this one is done, so then everyone who fits or checks the channel will see the countdown. Next night who bears steel, I'm not only going to kill him, but I'm only going to steal his wife, his friends, and burn his castle and also. Ray. Hey. Right. Wait. Be quit a fighter mate. What you got? There. The sword is huge though. I think maybe I should visit the shop before I go into dungeons and see if I can't buy any better heavy gear, because this is otherwise going to be too low to actually tank decently. I already know that from my first playthrough. I don't know what to say, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I got a little carried away earlier. It's just that when I saw how they were treating my grandmother, I had to say something, and... What? No one screamed your name. My grandmother called out. Just the once, but that was it. Speaking of which, I should hurry back. I suppose I have to say that I'm sorry for what I did, but I'm not. Those knights had it coming. Alone blesses you for what you did. Feels good, doesn't it? Strange. Maybe, but a good strange, I'll wager. You stepped into something primal, a power nestled within you, yearning to be free. As you understand of this power grows, so too will your skill as a Dark Knight. You have done well, far better than I could have hoped, in fact, but there is still so much to learn, so much further to go. I won't lie to you, Zenko, the risks will only increase, so if you want to keep going, you have to trust in me. Can you do that? I don't know, yeah, of course. Hungry for blood. Good, that's a promise. Circumstances being what they are, it might be best if we parted ways for a while. Think of it as an opportunity to hone your skills in my absence. But don't worry, we will meet again. When the time is right, I'll be waiting where we first. Nice. Extra upon 35. Blood of Darkness. This is the extra damage kill. Requires mana. Deal unexpected damage with a potency of 250 to all enemies in a straight line before you. Oh, it's actually a little AoE. Wait, okay, hang on. This one needs to go there then. I get a single target one eventually. True. In an AoE. Can I do this now? No. Oh, and I also have this now already. Okay. Dark side. Oh, that's the timer. Okay. Yeah, it's send please. Oh, safe. Now we go here. Right, perfect. Safe. OCD. There we go. Safe. Perfect. That's how I use your head. So that shows that the increased damage. What is this? Ground dark side increasing damage dealt by 10%. Nice. Extends dark side duration by 30%, maximum of 60. Okay, cool. So pretty much permanently 10% more damage. That's cool. That's cool. Now, before I actually going to queue, I need a shop, probably over here. So the jewel cozier. I'm going to. I know first time I did this, I don't remember what dungeon I played, or I mean, what tank I played. But I know I took quite some damage. I already forgot where to go. Jeweled Crozier, was it? So I'm going to take a look now first if there's like some armor, even if it has like no stats or anything, but just something stronger, because now I'm running like this seems like medium armor and all of that stuff, which is not good. I know I took a lot of damage. Armor. War. Level 30. There we go. See, this is probably already a lot better. Where is it? You have this. Yeah, there we go. That's probably going to help quite a bit. Plate. Pallet, this seems to be the best. 30. Steel boots. Okay. Now, recommended gear. There we go. That's probably a lot better, right? This is. It looks like crap, but it's way more defense, and trust me, this is going to be needed. Because I remember this went terrible otherwise. Weaponsmith. I don't think there's a better sword, right? I probably have a sword already. Sword. No, it's this. Yeah, this is exactly what I. Okay, so let's do this. Let's actually do leveling. Let's try one, shall we? I don't think we'll have too long of queues, right? This should still be fairly okay. What's up with all of these? Broken anyway. Woo! Yes, sir. I suppose I could meanwhile actually just continue the main story, right? Might as well. The ninja. It's lost fidget. Teleport. Oh, should I take a look for a cool looking sword? Alright, but I probably won't be able to actually get a really cool looking one, because yeah, too low level, of course. Like let's say 50. Nothing? Really? Oh no. Because yeah, at 50 there are like some cool ones. Let's see. Try on. Whoa. Ooh. Try on. Oh, but yikes! The swords are so huge. Okay, that. There we go. Bane of the Vortex. I think this is not. Nah. That does not suit. That does not suit a Dark Knight. It's too pretty for a Dark Knight. That's actually okay. I'm not gonna trust it's gonna go look. Ah no! Obviously, no. This replica stuff. Oh. Yeah, it's at 60. There was a cool one at 60. I remember that one. Wow. Okay, like the queuing as a, it's taking longer than I expected. Queuing as a tank. Ah, there we go. I had to say it sooner. I just had to say it sooner. All right, let's hope. Let's hope. Oh, I have some health potions with me, so let's do our best here. Okay. I probably won't be pulling like super many at the same time because that's probably going to be unsafe. Hi. The spam AoE, this is up already, and then use the Flood of Darkness as well as much as I can for more damage and just in general also. Reprisal when I can, Rampart on big pulls. Like maybe if I pull like 3 groups together I should use Reprisal and Rampart one after another. Don't stack them, that's something I also, as far as I remember, stacking them is not always the best. Arm's length eventually is also useful because it slows the enemy's attacks a bit. Okay, so I have no idea where we're going to end up in though. Oh, well, okay. Pretty much the first ever dungeon there is. Good thing I saw that. That was offline. Okay. Boom. Boom. Well, we did buy the armor, so we should be fine, right? We should be fine with pulling at least these two here together. Right? Reprisal already. Or reprisal, there we go. The best dungeon ever, it's the first one. Where's my healer? Where's the healer? The healer is the one who went to check for the color. The healer is the one who went to check for the color. Oh, okay, right on time, buddy. Nice one. Yeah, bye. That was already cutting it close right there. That was cutting it close right there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay though. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, that was kind of tense indeed. Not my fault, not my fault. In which scenario does the healer go look for the color? Like, really? What was it anyway? I already forgot. Blue, okay. They typed it in French. I don't even have my heal skill. What a sad face. Sad face. I don't have the heal skill. Okay, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Na, na, na. Why not? Hey, yoinkus. Hey, yoinkus. Let's use Rampart here, shall we? Aye. Oh. Still gonna dodge like those cones on the ground. I'm pretty sure that's not a bad idea. Let's stun one, that's also less damage. Oh. I know Rampart makes us be able to take a punch, so that's cool, okay. I also know as long as there's like multiple mobs, AoE all the time, no single. And it's not just because of the damage, but also because that's the only way you'll keep aggro on all of them. Literally, AoE. All the way. You're not a main tank anal guy, you're like main red mage, so you're... Well, maybe you do have some more expertise, so maybe you do know whether I'm doing fine or not. Like, it's not like it's going to be hard in this type of dungeons, just AoE all the time. Honestly, I should Rampart here, but I don't wanna just because this was not my pull. Job, Black Mage. Sorry if this is salty, but it's true, Black Mage pull. Good job, Black Mage. Good job, Black Mage. I'm sorry, I just could not resist. Your main used to be Warrior and Dark Knight. Okay, well, yeah, give me tips if you see if I'm doing stuff wrong. Give me tips. Feel free, feel free. I intentionally wanted to die there, okay? Don't blame me there. I intentionally wanted to die there, as to show that he should not pull without consent of the tank. Like, I will pull more if my tank skills are on ready. They were on cooldown. Rampart was technically on cooldown in the beginning of that fight. I'll fight. Like, I knew I could have Rampart, might have survived. I'm actually not sure if I would have survived because I just was already pretty low HP. But he should not have pulled there. I already pulled 2 groups. It was blue, right? Yeah, it's blue. I already pulled 2 groups. He pulls a third without knowing whether my tank skills are ready or not. They were not. Rampart was still on a bit of a cooldown. So then don't pull. Ja, weiter. I hope he doesn't take it too offensive. I did say it's fine anyway, so... let's see if I can nail this guy here. Don't think I need to do... I can stun him so I can keep damaging. I can't even use this. I actually noticed now I can't even use my damage increase. Sad face. Alright, I'll dodge it this time. As far as I know, I'm still best with dodging those. Unless I have like Rampart or the stronger version with a higher cooldown up, then I might as well face tank him. But as far as everything else goes, I'm pretty sure we're best off not tanking of those things. As far as I can remember. Or of course when I have Living Dead. Though I don't know, Living Dead is like risky. Living Dead is like only half. Like Living Dead still makes you die if they can't heal you fully back. So I don't know. Right, see there, now you could pull. Now I have Rampart up. Rampart should be fine. Healer is close. They should be able to do this. I'll make them turn the backsides to them. Not that this game has actually back damage on the Black Mage classes, but still. Reprisal, there we go. Or reprisal, whatever. Less damage because there's still quite of them up. I think normally I wanted to start here with reprisal or reprisal because this one has like the shortest cooldown, so it's going to be back the fastest. But it only lasts for 10 seconds anyway as well. Oh, let's dodge that. Beginning is literally just AoE, 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 AoE. Okay. Greed. I'll just greed for everything. I can't greed? Okay, then I'll pass. See, don't you dare pull more now, because I'm gonna have to be careful now. I only have like 1 skill. Well, not that I'm moving even. If one of these dies, then we can go to the next group already. Okay, there we go. By that time I should have reprisal back. Reprisal, whatever. I'm gonna call it reprisal from now on for the sake of consistency. Fine. Okay. Oh yeah, you two can join the party. There we go. He's gonna do it again. He's gonna do it again. He's says sorry, continues with pulling extra. On Donnie. Should I die again? Should I die again or should I go with Rampart? Let's see, maybe our healer can actually just fix it. I'll give him the slack and I'll stun one. The healer is doing a good job here. Says sorry for the first time, next group continues doing the same mistake. Pulls an extra buff. Yeah, why? Humans make sense. Humans make sense. I don't get it. Why though? Why? Why? Oh, I can't see. I'm actually gonna. This is just one-on-one. Let's take a look at the skills that are coming. Okay, hang on. Anyway. This dark shadow wall. Oh, okay, that's the big one here. But it's first this blood weapon. What's restore MP upon landing weapon skills? Okay, that's just a buff for gaining mana. And here shadow wall is the big one. 30% less damage for 50. When do we get the single target? Edge of dark at 40. Okay, at 40 we get the single target one. Okay. Well, put them here. Okay, big brain move. Big tank brain move. The doggos are escaping here really soon off anyway, so big brain move. This should guarantee me being able to instant pull the doggos. Like, see, this is what I'm afraid of. Like, okay, in this dungeon, obviously, it's one of the first dungeons. There is no need to do this technique already. But, like, that's what I'm afraid of. Like, not knowing things like that. There we go, instant pull on the doggos. Let's just use Rampart to be safe. Rather safe than sorry. Like, that's maybe why I'm a little bit afraid of tanking. Because I definitely don't know all those tricks from all the dungeons. Not by a long shot. Like, everything above 70, I don't know anything about those. Well, anyway. Never even played those yet. So. Ah, come on, man. My Rampart's on cooldown. Do you mind stop pulling? Getting a bit annoying. Correct me if I'm wrong, but so far I haven't pulled extra packs yet when I'm a DPS. Might die here. Might die here. No? Okay, he got me, he got me, he got me, he got me. Nice, nice, he got me. Okay. Really? Come on, I want to get these guys as well. XP is XP, I'm here to level, okay? I'm here to level. Even though they don't give a lot, I'm here to level. XP is XP. Okay. Like, do you even use one of these in normal phases against a boss? Or do you like only use them, for example, when you know like, okay, there's gonna go a lot of stuff going to happen now, a lot of AoEs, a lot of strokes on the ground that I should try and be dodging, and in case I can't dodge, at least I'll take reduced damage. Do you use them more in those moments, or do you like, okay, standard fighting, let's use Reprisal, for example? I don't know certain about that. I'd reckon it's more going to be like the first thing I say, like when you know it's about to go heavy, or if you're like lower on HP than you want to be, then just use it so healer has an easier time. Focus the boss and we go. Okay, GG. So, GG. Obviously healer, definitely not the extra pulling Black Mage. Definitely not. Agreed, nothing. Okay then. Okay, so this was a level dungeon and we didn't level up at all. What? What? Oh wait, we did. Oh my bad, I didn't see. We did. We're 31. Okay. Hawk Manor! I didn't see. Okay, I wanna take a continuous look. Okay, so what's this? Restore mana on landing weapon skills or spells. Okay, so that's probably somewhere. This is our increased shield. This is our dark side, but like the single target one. So that's cool. 350. That's stronger than. Okay, well no. Soul Eater is stronger, but if I'm not mistaken, these are not on the global cooldown. Nope, they're not. I think. Only a shared recost time with Flood of Darkness. Cool, so we can like weave Edge of Darkness in between. Dark Mind, reduce magic vulnerability by 20. Yes, this is against maybe some bosses good. Living Dead, that's our cannot kill this guy skill. Salted Earth is an AoE skill actually, it's pretty jokes. Plunge is our jump, that's going to be on 9. Still Drain. Doesn't expect damage with points you tune. Oh, and restore HP, nice. Only a little bit, but still. Carven Split, what's this? Full attack. I never made him this strong. I think I made it till Abyssal Drain 56. I think that's how high I got. And here is the well-known skill, the Blackest Night. Absorbs 25% of target max HP. Sugoi. Which usually is more than enough for that 15 seconds to get back ready, and you'll be able to cast it again and again and again as long as you have the mana for it. Consumes Dark Art instead of MP. Execute Edge of Darkness or Flood of Darkness. I grants Dark Arts when berries completely absorbed. Ah, okay, okay, Sugoi, look at that. Oh wait, the shield's only 7 seconds. Okay, but that's still good, Like, that's half of the recast time. But still good. So once the shield is completely gone, you'll get 1 Dark Art stack, and then you can use Edge of Darkness or Flood of Darkness without using mana. That's cool. What else do we have? Delirium. Execution Quitters of Blood Spiller. I don't even know. Ah, okay, these two. Without cost, restoring MP. Alright, what are those maybe? Deliver an attack with potency of 600, single target, and this is an AoE, I guess. High. On the blood gauge cost. So I'm gonna guess that's this here, which I haven't even unlocked yet in the first run through. Powered Soul. Combo attack. Okay, that's actually a second part of the AoE skill here. Stalwart. Oh, cool! I didn't know there was a second part there. Nice, nice, nice. Flood of Shadow is probably just an upgraded version of Edge of Flood of Darkness and Edge of Shadow. Yeah, okay. The Flood of Darkness and Edge of Darkness will just get an increase in damage output. Nice. Double. Oh, no, okay. Dark Missionary. Buff again. And Living Shadow, what's this? Oh, okay! You actually make like a dark... No, this is like a ninja skill then, pretty much. That's pretty cool. Roll skills, arm's length isn't gonna be good, and shirk. That's also something I'm afraid of. Some dungeons with double tanks require tanks to switch aggro. I'm super afraid of that. I don't know when to do that. Yeah. That's also something that that fears me already. Hi. That's something I'm already afraid of as well. Or even playing it. At the moment I'm gonna leave Dark Knight tank all the way on the bottom, because we're not maining tanks. Okay, let's continue the main story in the meantime. As this is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you to Hoplon, from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the Holy Vault. Though all others side pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you see it first. I shall then show you around the jeweled cozier, where you may purchase all manner of goods and services before descending to Foundation Etride Plaza. If there are no questions... Okay. Also, class jobs. My Scholar is 54. We can actually unlock 2 more skills on the Scholar now, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least 1. No, 2 more. Yeah, 2 more. Ninja is 52, so we can, if we would want to, we can unlock Haki Mujin Sansu, which is like the second part of our AoE and increases our Huton, which is pretty chokes. 54 Armor Crush. Dream Within a Dream at 56. And then it's a long wait. I actually dislike this part. Like 4 levels before an extra skill, And then from 62 to 68, 6 levels before an extra skill. That's such a long wait. Of course, like, here it's from 72 all the way to 80. But like, I think for most classes this lost skill is like a super strong one. This is like an extra ninja, pretty much, a clone, copying your skills and dealing extra damage all the time. Lost long as well, what the hell, 30 seconds, I didn't know it would last that long. Also, the dungeon waiting is taking a lot longer than I expected. So I guess healers still find duties or dungeons a lot easier than tanks. A lot easier, okay. Apparently. But I guess it's still going to be faster than a DPS. The Hoplons are named for the bronze great shield borne by our nation's patron deity is the largest plaza in Ishgard. Pardon me. The magnificent cathedral to the north is of course the Holy Vault. The vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Begging your pardon, the statue to the south, are they perchance Dordan's famed Knights of 12? Very good, Master Alfred. They are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined with King Tordan I to put down Nidhogg and found this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition, and there is much you can learn by exploring the pillars. Time permitting, of course. Now then, if you would follow me to the jeweler cozier, I shall introduce you to Mistress Elise, our master of the markets. So future plans, I might actually do it in this stream already, I'm not sure. I will see how fast we get our dungeons in here with our tank. We're going to show Nulget wrong. Hi. We're going to show Nulget wrong. We're going to make a conjure, also known as a white mage. I might skip the story, because in my opinion the beginning is a bit... It's all talk to the elementals in Gridania. Don't get me wrong, I love Gridania. But, and I love Kanisena. But, the brothers... Again. The red-headed sister, she's also fine. Actually, I don't know, they might actually all be like way older than my Mikto, because they're definitely not humans. They're something different, which I don't know. But they are probably like super old, I'm going to guess. I think actually the leader of the Conjurer or the White Mage Guild is like maybe one of the oldest even. The brother you don't see so much, technically dressed in black. He might be like super old. So yeah, we're going to do that as well. Then eventually the next tank is going to be a Gunbreaker, because this one has the highest damage output, which just sounds fun. Being able to tank and still have a lot of damage, and also he has like double combos. So he has like a main standard combo pretty much, and then a secondary combo you can do, which is just fun to be able to do. Also, Gunblade, cool weapon. Alright, sorry, obviously. And then maybe a Pugilist, because I want to be able to punch people and kick people. I mean monsters, not people. Gomenasai. Hehe. Sly Fox. Why this is taking long, I didn't know. Yeah, bye. What's brewing? This is... Well, you're clearly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... Oh, yeah, bye. Commandment has granted us to leave remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish. We may be seen time. Accordingly, we will have need of sundry good sense or desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept the custom of foreigners. Should you be uncomfortable? Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse? Weapons, armor, country, everything a little bit. I'm gonna skip it, I'm really sorry. Skip the cutscene. It's nothing special, but we wanna do a dungeon. I wanna do my dungeon. Okay? Comments. I wanna do my dungeon. There's like nothing super special here, it's just a little bit of sightseeing, as I'll tell. Okay, Hawk Manor, challenge accepted. Konnichiwa, minasan. Okay. We have our food buff up. What do we have? A bard, a monk, and we have, so to speak, the best healer of the game. Everyone's swallowing. Nope. Oh yeah, I can do the AoE now. Nice, more damage now. Okay, I have to be careful I don't get mana back with casting the AoE all the time. But we'll get mana back now. Nice. Okay, now we have actually more damage as well the entire time. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Oh, kick in the face. Reprisal here. Reprisal. Okay, let's just use Flood of Darkness for now to just keep up above 30% of our extra damage. Let's not use it too much in between for dealing damage in AoE groups. Because that's going to be fairly annoying, I think, anyway. I sometimes tempt to like start doing solo damage the moment there's only like 2 mobs. And then I'll just switch skill from one mob to another. That's something I sometimes do. Oh. It's so fun that this class starts with like one at least of global cooldown skill, Flood of Darkness. It's so fun, it makes it already more active just in the beginning. Being able to cast that skill in between is so fun. Won't be able to do it super much in like AoE fights because it takes mana and I don't make mana in fights. Or in AoE fights, I mean. Kicker! Okay, all of these. Let's. Oh, I didn't get him. You. Okay, now dodge this. Keep him here. Rampart up. Perfect. Oh, you can manage. I believe in you, tank. Hi, healer. I'll put Reprise up as well because I probably overdid it a little bit. That's stun 1, less damage as well. Nice, nice, nice. We're doing fine, we're doing fine. Should work, should work, should work, should work, should work, should work. I believe in you, healer. I believe in you. Yeah, I leveled up to 32. Oh, we now have arm's length. This can be useful as well to slow him down. Let's actually do it then. Slow plus 20. This slows them down maybe in their attacks as well, someone mentioned. I saw in a dungeon. Guess so, guy. I think I'm doing fine. Yeppa! Also, something I always instantly try to do is turn the boss around. Back to my party members, face to me, away from them. I try to do that as much as I can. Kick there. Single target so we can weave in Flood of Darkness in between. Because we are getting our mana back with Siphoning Strike, Siphon Strike here. So good, eh? Okay. Nice. Woo! Hello everyone, how you doing? Na, 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 na. Okay. Nice, sir. To the left, to the left. We're gonna make this? Ah, sure we are. There we go. Kill it. Woo! Alright, let's keep this up then. Let's go, let's go. Nice, nice party. GG, nice pull. That was nice. That was super smooth. That was like 2 packs and a half or something. Ah, lovely when your team does it. Right. Oh, hi y'all. Don't mind me with my spikes. Like spikes. Like surfing. Arigato. Arigato. Awesome, thank you, she says. Woohoo! Arigato. Okay, let's go. Chip, 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 poink. Dramatic effect. Poink. Okay, so this guy first, right? Oh, so I used Rampart, but Rampart didn't go off. That's why I took so much damage. Okay, too bad. Nice. cool. It's working nicely. It's also literally just a good party. We have actually with the Bard here, that's already extra AoE damage as well. Dark Knight tank being able to do AoE damage as well. So it's just really useful. Come here, you little floaty eye. Where is everyone? Where are our DPS? We used return. Oops. They didn't know about the return trick. Daijoubu, just use the return, guys. Okay. That's it. I like this stance. The great sword on his back. Awesome. Alright, let's go. Everyone ready? Nice, sir. Should be GG. Hey, GG. Nice, sir. Good heal. Good heal. Nice healing. Greed on everything. I'm greedy. Hey, 32. What are we gonna get through for? I want 40 at least to get Edge of Darkness, but that's not going to be for today though. That's not going to. No. Okay, you know what I'll do? Let's go Gridania. Let's go, Gridania. Let's go, Gridania. And we're going to start the white mage, Black Shroud. Gridania. Hi. And we'll just level it up in the thingy. What's it called again, Loga? Loga, what's it called again? House of Darkness? Castle of Darkness? The Thing of Darkness. With the witch? Hi, with the witch. With the extra level thingies? Hi, that one. All the way till 15, 16. And then we'll do just normal quests. Where'd it go? Okay, over there. And we'll just do normal dungeons, which is probably going to be faster on a healer anyway. Oh, that's cool. It's cool. How many tokens do I have? How many tokens do I have? Tokens? 6,000. I don't think I'll have enough. Didn't I need 8,000 for promotion? While we are here, might as well take a look. That's not the guy I need to talk to. You. Apply for a promotion, please. I need 7,000. I only have 6. Okay, never mind. Alright, time to prove Null get wrong. Well, not just yet, I guess, but eventually. Okay, but so I'm going to skip the storylines of it because it's that's like the Black Mage. It's super. It's better than the Black Mage, I guess. So I'm just gonna skip the storylines of those that there are, and then I'll just rush. You want to be a conjurer? One night in Ampador. Oh, that's to get a stronger dungeon again. That's for another time. Be a botanist. Alright, hi. That's it. Let's keep which. Yes. Blah 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 blah. Oh, I have to blah 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 with you again. Okay, blah 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 done. Liquid brother Kanessana. Scene cannot be skipped. On Tony. Okay, then we're gonna skip it with speedy talk. Speed talking. Speed talking. You have horns sticking out of your head, buddy. Do you know? Do you know? You do vote. Yes, we embrace nature. Dark Knight Nub. Don't mind that. We Dark Knights love our trees. We Dark Knights love our trees and pets as well. Hi. It's a conjure unlock. Okay, I need to probably equip. We're naked. Just a minute. Mend the gear. Helm of light and everything. Plusa. Okay, so we'll up you one. We'll up you one. So there. Go buy. Mount. B. My first cane. With slay squirrels and stuff. Sure. Because that's something we've never done before. But it's fine, it's fine. What's Medica? Medica is the AoE that gets actually upgraded into Medica 2 eventually, which is like the from then on you're suited. When do we get the normal AoE again? The heal over time, I mean. I don't. We don't? Wait. What? We don't? Oh, we actually did get that. Shut up. Eh, what? I thought that was in the beginning already. Apparently I'm wrong there. Okay, so yeah, okay. I might now understand why Nolgat was having some trouble healing in the beginning. If you don't even get your single target heal over time, then it might be a bit annoying indeed. Let's throw rocks at them though. I want to throw rocks at these guys. Da, 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 da. Okay, ladybug. More ladybug. Forest fungus. Okay. Lost fungal. Right. Now. Go to Gridania real quick. Accepted rewards, and then we go to the House of Dead or whatever it was. With like the extra level stuff mechanic. Hey, hi. We'll do a few in there. Then I'll see what time it is. Conjure skills. Hi, because I wanna be awake tomorrow for the Dead Space stream. Need to be awake for that stream. Oh, not the time. Okay, Iroh. Mate, where did I put this? Iroh is here. Oh wait, where is it heal over time then? Nah. Probably at 30 then, I guess. Alright, anyway. Black Shrub. No. There, where is it again? It's here. Quarrymill. Quarrymill. It's here, isn't it? First as well, let's actually repair everything a bit. Because some things might be damaged a bit again from other classes. Okay. Let's go! Enter the palace of the... Hang on, well, yeah, it doesn't matter. Enter with a matched point. Hi. Now we wait. Just a little bit, hopefully. At least cure costs fast, but still. As far as I can remember, a guide which explained a little bit about White Mage, eventually you pretty much want to get rid of cure and only use cure 2. Even if you have like eventually a threat cost called free cure, apparently cure 1 is just not worth it and you just want to use cure 2, but it's just a costly spell, that's the only problem. Yeah, I don't know. The beginning, all we have is cure. We will see how we do. Getting some more classes, that's fun. Two more people. And exchange artifacts. Oh. Oh. We have a party now. We have 2 healers. Ah! Okay, whatever. Fine, right? One tank. We actually have a tank as well. Oh, those claws! Yo, yabai, yabai. Danger. Those look cool though. Let's go. Throw rocks at all of them. Itai. Hey, you're a bit slow on the healing, my buddy. I already healed 3 people before you healed yourself. Go. Okay, now we can at least instant cast arrow. What do you think of my humming voice, Nugget? I'm not saying singing voice, okay? I'm saying humming voice. I said I would be able to sing, okay. This way, everyone. There's only one way. Hey. And what's up with the new music? Oh yeah. Nice setup. Woo! Cool song. Oh wow, that one leveled up really close. Down, 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 down. Jumping against the wall will definitely work. Ah, no. Ba-ba-ba. Go. Binds target. Chip 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 chip. Oh, yeah, bye. Hello, how are you doing? Little monster spawns right next to us. How are you doing, little fella? Hey. This music though. Dum dum ro ro dum. Oh, stone 2. Oh, look differently now. Can't see it, they die too fast. Oh, okay, wait, hang on. Maybe I can see it once now. Oh yeah, okay, it's this one where it storms out of the ground. I forgot, that's how stone looks eventually. Coming out of the ground. Oof. I was healing everyone one by one and I have Medicaid. Ah, god, I have an AoE heal. Do do dum do do dum do do dum. What's that? Isn't it? Nice. GG. Ba-da-ra-ba-ba. Let's see, how much level did this? We're only 6 outside. We need to be a lot in. We need to do a lot of levels in there before we actually get some levels outside. That's fine. Ooh, fancy mount. Na 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 na. Ooh, hi doggo. Woof. You know what? I might actually call it here. Alright, I'm gonna take a little break for from the streaming. Trial by Earth. Yeah, I think I'll do. I think I'm let's return first. Return. Going to stand next to the quest so I can accept it. And then I'll do the rest tomorrow. Hi. Conjure. But of course, first tomorrow thing we'll do will be that space stream, which I am looking forward to so much. Yeah. No. But I will do it. Okay, so I'm going to, for a screenshot, we're gonna do something. We'll stand here. We'll stand here like this. Okay, I want to thank you all for watching, and hope to see you in the next one. So remember, for me tomorrow morning at 10 AM GMT +2, normally we will do the Dead Space stream. If something comes in between, I will message on Twitter if I have to delay it a little bit, but normally I should be decently awake by that time, and it will give us quite enough time to try and do like 2, 3, 4 chapters, between 2 and 4 chapters at least. And yes, that will be for tomorrow. So for today, I would like to thank you all for joining me in the streams. Arigatou gozaimasu, Mina. Thank you for joining, and have a wonderful evening, okay? Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.